Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today. Just crossing the bridge, going to the island today just to walk around. And so much to cover in the economy because, guys, this is the new normal that we're living through right now. And we're going to cover all that. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And also, don't forget, we have a new phone number you guys can call into, and you can share your thoughts, ask a question, 714-987-2433. And the world does have some insane people to it. That's all I gotta say. Here you go, guys. This little bungalow right there, that can be yours right there in the water for $3 million. Okay? Whoa. Okay? Ethan Harris from Bank of America. He is the global strategist for economics, and he steps forward, and there's a great article below on this where he's talking about how the economy right now is not going to change. It's not going to get better. This is the new normal right now that people need to accept. And what that means is the low interest rates that we experienced, the low inflation that we experienced, where companies, made a lot of money. Some did a lot of expansion. Kathy Woods of the world, the Elon Musk of the world that made a lot of money during this time. That was an aberration because the real economy is what's happening right now, where you have high interest rates and there is an infrastructure problem with globally right now, not just here in the United States, but around the world. Think about this. We're supposed to have certain things like electric cars, and cities are not keeping up with technology. And NVIDIA, the CEO of NVIDIA, is going to invest $50 million in AI products for the future, for cancer research and different things like that, which is great. It's all fantastic. But the infrastructure that we're living in right now cannot handle day-to-day operations that we need. We can't, our roads are a mess, power lines are a mess, the schools are a mess that we're trying to teach our kids in. And this is only going to get worse because it's not going to be dealt with in a timely manner, and time is clicking by as this stuff is not getting done. There's that. Now, think about this. With the global economy, when you think of one person, let's back it up a second. When you think about one person, you can do great things in your business. You can make a lot of money as an individual, and you can do a lot of things as one person. When your company grows, it gets to a point that you need to have more people. When my company went from 500,000 in sales to 2 million, the amount of people that it took to do the $2 million in sales was night and day. Having to hire those people. Well, now the difference between 2 million and 5 million is completely different. Okay, and it's what it takes to run that company is night and day. Cities are no different, and counties, states, countries, everything. Now, people want to have a wish list of, this green technology and having everything be ran up of green technology, and they want to get rid of, natural gas here in the United States. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Heating via electricity is incredibly expensive. That's going to be a problem. And what people need to look at right now is that what's happening today with how you go to the grocery store and you cannot afford food, that's the new normal right now. Inflation, is spiking, and that's the new normal. It's not just going to stop and we're going to have deflation and prices are just going to magically drop, and don't worry about it. You really believe that? Fuel prices are going up. They hit the strategic reserves for oil to bring the price down, which was basically a magic trick for a month or so. And we have less oil reserved right now than we did in 1984, the year after I got out of high school, guys. Okay? So if that doesn't make you concerned, nothing will. None of this stuff will. But the low interest rates that we experienced are something that people did not take advantage of. Some did. Some made a lot of money. Some people really benefited from this. But this right now, in 2002, we had interest rates like we have today. That's going to be the new normal. that we're going to experience right now. And you need to understand that. You need to understand that the interest rates are only going to go up right now. And the Fed, what they're doing, and Michael Harris's article is great because, Ethan Harris, what he's talking about is that what the Fed is doing is not going to be fast enough to fix anything, to fix nothing. And we need to understand that. So, it doesn't matter who's in office. It's a rudderless ship right now. And it's the problem with the economy and the problem with business and infrastructures and everything, from companies to large and small. Look at FedEx, guys. Look at FedEx. It's talking about how they're going to make $500 million less profit than they have in previous years. Guys, FedEx isn't a greedy company, not a bad company. They're a shipping company. They send things from here to there. That's what they're good at, and that's what they do well. And they're not doing it because nobody's shipping. Business is down. Business is suffering. So if you don't think that this is going to continue, you're kidding yourself right now. And, interest rates, again, the highest that we've seen since 2002 for mortgages, and it's only going to get higher right now. So get ready. You can price houses at $36 million. It's going to take a rich idiot to buy that, who doesn't understand the value of a dollar, and that you could get, 10 houses that were great. Not that this $3 million house is a steal, because I think it's old and there's going to create, it's going to need a ton of work to do that. Plus, I don't like how, see that? You got me walking in front of it too. There's not an ounce of privacy out here for any of this stuff. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. Let me know what you're thinking about this. But again, this is the beginning. This is how things are going to be in the future when it comes to business right now. So let me know. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Let's face it, the stock market has been a complete disaster this year, and you need an edge. And that edge is very simple. It is a 401k or IRA that's backed by physical metals from Patriot Gold Group. If you call 888-330-1431, you can get a free investor guide with no obligation. Now, think about this. Patriot Gold Group, they are the #1 provider of metals, IRAs, and 401ks with the best-in-class service for the last 6 years. So rated #1 with Consumer Affairs. Again, you have to look at everything that's happening right now. John Paulson, the billionaire, he is convinced that what the Fed is doing to us is going to do nothing but wreak havoc on the economy, and that when that final day happens, gold is going to spike. You need to be ready for this. You need to have an investment in precious metals, and the best way to do that is a 401k or IRA that's backed by physical metals from Patriot Gold. Call 888-330-1431 and let them know that I allegedly sent you. It's absolutely free and no obligation, guys. Check it out today, Patriot Gold. Let's face it, I don't care where you live, homelessness is a problem, and it's only getting worse. There is no infrastructure built to help people with mental health issues or feed these people. So let's face it, they're just let them live. You've got certain cities that are worse than others. Los Angeles is horrible. Now the big problem is coming to Washington, D.C. There are over 150 homeless encampments there. Now, an encampment is considered 4 or more groups living together. That's an encampment. Isn't that nice? You guys learned something today. Now, people are furious because these people are taking advantage of the system and living on the streets of our nation's capital, and it's a blight on our capital. Well, guys, you can go to the front of City Hall in Los Angeles, and the streets are lined with people that are living there on the street. It's horrible, absolutely pathetic, sad, and it is absolutely, catastrophic because nothing is being done about it. Oh, well, we just caught a fish. And nothing's being done about it. But the worst thing is that billions of dollars has been squandered with these people. Now, because this is crazy California, listen to this. And there's 2 great stories below about this, because I'm not making this up. This is absolutely true. And there's a TikTok, that video that I also included as well. in the election year 2024, they want to have it voted upon for, think about this. This is from the hotel unions who clearly hate the world, who clearly want to ruin business and do everything. What they've come up with is this. At 2 o'clock each day, the hotels are supposed to call a number and let them know how many vacant rooms that they have. Okay? And at this time, they're going to send the homeless people there to stay in your room next to you. Now think about this. This could be the Ritz-Carlton, guys. This could be a nice hotel. It could be a Best Western Holiday Inn. It doesn't matter. But what they're doing is they're going to make this such an issue, such an insane issue, that they're going to give these people a free hotel room. What does hell look like? That's what hell looks like, guys, if they actually pulled this off. By the way, I'm at the Grand Canal. Look at how low the tide is. All those boats just sitting there, docked, and things that are normally in water right now, which I can't walk on this mud too much because I'll sink and it'll be like quicksand. My daughter and I were talking about when we were kids the other day, we always thought that we'd run into quicksand and we needed to learn how to get out of quicksand. And we wasted a lot of energy figuring out how to get out of quicksand. Me as a kid and my daughter as a kid. So anyways, is that insane? Think about this. Free hotel rooms for the homeless. Because on an average, there's 60,000 people in Los Angeles that are sleeping on the streets on a given day. Now, the unhoused, as they're called here, the unhoused need a place to go. And, the Ritz-Carlton, some nice hotels like that, they've got vacant rooms. Think about this. If you've ever talked to anybody in the hotel business, they talk about what you can sit down and say, hey, what's it cost you to have a room, occupied, unoccupied? They know it down to the dollar. And you have, these little tiny motels and stuff where a few years back I was talking to a guy and he was saying, hey, listen, it cost me to have that room be used. It cost me almost $70 a night. So he doesn't just let anybody rent it for $49 a night. He's going to lose money. Well, imagine having some homeless cat live in your hotel room. Okay? Come on. Okay? And again, this is something to do with the union for the hotel industry. Read the article because I'm not making it up. And this is insane because this is end of days. And again, businesses need to be on the same page with the community. And the community needs to understand that businesses need to make a profit as well. Don't you love this multi-million-dollar houses and every now and then you get the planes that fly overhead? It's awful. Where do you think interest rates are going to go? Think they're going to continue to shoot up right now? Think it's going to affect everything? I do. I absolutely do. I think interest rates are going to shoot up. I think energy costs are going to shoot up. And when we talked about infrastructure earlier, we have done nothing to fix the infrastructure. A lot of countries haven't even. Here in the United States, we haven't done enough to work on our own energy problems. And we're going to pay the price. This is going to be the winner. That we're going to pay the price. It rained yesterday here. Oh my God, we got rain. And people did not know how to respond to that. They don't know how to drive in the rain. And businesses weren't ready for it with it because it hasn't rained in so long. But understand this, it's going to be a very cold winter. You're going to see energy prices absolutely spike this year. And the infrastructure has not been improved anywhere for this right now. When you look at real estate and you look at the high prices, of a $36 million house, they're not financing that house, by the way, guys. If somebody is insane enough to buy that, they're not going to do that. But what do you think is going to happen right now with the infrastructure problems that you have in places like Germany and places like France, that we've heard all these problems that they cannot heat and cool their houses in a timely, efficient manner? The UK, okay, their banking system. It'll be interesting to see if their prime minister lasts another week there. That's how bad this is. Think about this. Joe Biden slammed Truss on talking about how she wanted to do tax cuts and absolutely said it was ridiculous and a bad move. What's this guy know about tax cuts, first of all? Because he's not interested in taxes. He's interested in raising your taxes. So everything points to serious problems on a daily basis. You need to get ready. And I tell everybody to get ready. And you know, it's funny, to be on the same page fiscally with your spouse, even with yourself, that's the thing. You know, I got a lot of people that write me, I live by myself. And well, you got to sit down and put pen to paper and know where your finances are at. And I get a kick out of people that have expensive hobbies, okay? Because let's just use one guy that wrote me, and him and his wife were having an issue because of auto parts and things like this that this guy does. This guy refinishes and fix up old cars and then sells them. One problem is this guy's making, like, he'll sell a car and he'll make 20 grand on selling a car. Now, he'll spend too much time doing it, I think, but things like this take a tremendous amount of time. And it's a skill level that I could never learn and never amass. I can just look at the final product and be amazed by it. But that guy, him and his wife fight because, oh my God, I got this opportunity to buy auto parts for $2,500. These would normally be $6,000, you know, and I want to spend the money on them. Again, same page, guys. Is that a wish list? Is it pissing money away? Or is it realistic that this is, you know, not just a hobby? Because a hobby, you know, stamp collecting costs money, and if you never sell any stamps, it's a hobby, guys. So that's where you need to be on the same page. I always revert this to this story around 2007 and 2008. It's a couple that were married, and the couple comes home and opens up her garage door, and there are 2 sand rails there to the tune of about $100,000 that the husband purchased that day. Wow. Think that caused a rift? It did, because he financed them too. But honey, I got such a good deal. I saved about $30,000. So much so that the idiot had to buy 2. Needless to say, they got divorced. And this was just one of the contributing factors towards the end, because they weren't on the same page. Now, again, the sand rails and the dune buggies, for those of you that don't know what they are, just imagine the off-road dune buggy types, and high-end, really nice, 50 grand, 60 grand, whatever they spent on them. It's really nice, but it's incredibly expensive. And that hobby, oh, we're going to be able to sell these for more money. No, you're not going to be able to sell them for more money. So, needless to say, be on the same page with everything, guys. I'm telling you this right now. BD, okay, that's the person's name, this subscriber, sent me this information. So much about money and money facts that people don't know. Think about this. Only 10% of the people have a will right now. That is horrific, guys. You know, do you hate your spouse? Do you guys hate your children? What about the nieces and nephews that have been good from your estate? Now, there's people out there that have no money, and I get it. But if you want to make things a complete mess, look at where you live and which state you're in, and look at what it takes to get through probate. If you want to pay excessive fees, if you want the lawyers to make all the money, filing fees, court costs, all that stuff that is absolutely horrific, don't have a will. Just don't. Just, you know, let them remember you that way. You know, in vivo trust, things like that you can get and save money and have your assets put into a trust that can make it transferable very easy. I am not a financial advisor, and I'm not giving you financial advice, but get some. And as we talk about tax day and we talk about taxes, and as I sit down with the accountants and everything right now, for me, you know, you need to be on the same page with everything right now and see where you're at, and that you're not losing money, and that you're protecting your assets and protecting your children's future and your heirs' future. Now, again, I have people out there that say that I have no money. Okay, do you have a beneficiary on your checking account? Do you know that? Okay. I don't know. Do I? Why don't you check? Again, the spending limits on your checking account, the spending limits on your ATM, that they are messing with everybody. They're getting rid of overdraft protection. They're changing credit lines. They're doing all these things. And, well, listen, we're not, you know, sure how you run your business and what you do. No, they're doing this with everyone, guys. Everyone. And you need to be on that page. Look at how low this tide is, guys. We've been out here so many times and the water splashes up against the wall. And today it's not. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. And, you know, do yourself a little bit of due diligence. And the other thing that BD brought up that I've talked about before. It was one of my best videos early on, where every state has a department of their assessor that holds assets. How's it going? Holds assets. Now, here in California, Secretary of Treasury holds the unclaimed property. So think about this. If you have money left over from a checking account, they close the checking account. I had one of those. And you can get that money for free. Now, don't pay anybody for this. There's a lot of services out there. Hey, we get 30%. And I have had people get thousands of dollars from this. Go to your state unclaimed.org office, and I'll leave the link below on this one too, because I really love doing this. Because were you married? Did you change your name? You'd be surprised how many things are in the old name that you don't even know about right now. And, look at that. So we're living through crazy times, guys, right now. And this is only going to get worse right now. And this is the new normal. The new normal is not going back. And the people that write me and tell me prices are going to go down to 2% again, and you're going to see inflation get capped. And, oh, really? Okay. Okay. The infrastructure problem that you have with companies like FedEx, UPS, and global shippers that can't ship things is catastrophic. China is having depressionary woes right now with what they're going through. It is incredibly inexpensive now to ship things over here, but can you get it made right now? Can you? Okay, who knows? We're going to see a lot of stuff happen between now and the end of the year. You're going to see a lot of companies go out of business between now and the end of the year. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be absolutely interesting. But get your finances in order. Get everything in order that you do. All your 401ks, everything like that. Get advice on all of that to make sure the money is where it should be. There's a great story out of the Wall Street Journal, and it's talking about how all these economists are getting together and they're starting to predict where we're going in 2023. They're all saying the same thing, that the picture is gloomy, and they're going to see mass layoffs at companies, and you're going to see our economy contract with our gross domestic product for the first and second quarter of 2023. But hey, we're not in a recession or anything like that. Guys, again, 2 straight quarters down for the GDP is considered recession. When this happened to Mexico earlier this year, we said, hey, Mexico's in a recession. But we're not in a recession. It's not politically, it's a growth recession, which makes no sense. And you're going to see interest rates go up. Now, consumer price index. When you look at how inflation was figured in the 70s, because we take out food and fuel, the thing that, let's face it, keeps families up at night. Okay, they get upset because they can't feed Johnny their lunch and can't put gas in the car, but that's not put into the regular inflation numbers. The inflation numbers would be over 20% right now, 20%. It'd be the highest inflation, not for the last 40 years. And again, they keep sticking to this 40-year figure. It's the highest in 40 years. It's the highest ever, guys. It's the highest ever. Inflation is a mess. Now, you can say some months are better. I have people that write me and say, oh, Dan, inflation is trending down. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Okay. Everything is going up. When you look at things for air, okay, this is what I hate bills that don't get you anything. And what I mean by that is things like homeowners associations. Now, here in Southern California, you've got people that live in associations, and the prices go up because they've got to pay the maintenance company, the landscapers, the lighting company, the insurance, things like that. And that's what that's what's supposed to go into that. You have building fees too. I love, like, New York, when you see a building that's for sale, because I always try to find out what is the building fee for these people to live there. There are some places that do not have doormen, okay? In other words, you're just paying a fee for the building. You barely have parking, and these people are paying $4,000 a month for that. Hello, that's insane. Well, again, that's an air fee. Taxes, property taxes, I feel are an air fee. I feel that when you have people that are buying $1.5 million houses, think about the guy with the $36 million house. Taxes in that house is 1.2% a year. So you guys can put pen to paper and figure that one out. But that's insane that we're living through this time right now, and health insurance is going up. Everything that we've talked about, car insurance, health insurance, everything is shooting up right now, at higher levels than it's ever been. I'm going to finish this video with this last story. And something I had learned about a week and a half ago that completely blew me away was that there are tens of thousands of fake profiles on LinkedIn. Now I've got like 23,000 connections on LinkedIn. And I just, when I look at people and they want to connect with me, they're from the channel, they're from the medical space, they're from the entertainment industry. I'm pretty good with just, who I'm connected with. But Evan Ratliff from Business Insider did a great article about how this woman was completely fake. And she was talking about gut health issues and all these different things that she was writing about that pertain to people. And they were using Pinterest and ways to build this site up. And again, be leery of who you guys connect with. Be leery of what you click on right now, guys, because I'm telling you this right now. The bank scams, the money scams, everything that's out there right now is only going to escalate right now as people get more desperate. And that's what this is. And it's a great way for them to make money doing this, to take advantage of people, and you need to be leery of it. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Remember, this is the new normal, guys. Higher prices, low tide. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, if you want to call and you're a kook or you're normal and you have a question, it may end up on the show. But again, it's been a Kookaburra festival so far. It's been great. It's been solid gold. So 714-987-2433 and share your thoughts. Don't forget to take a look at our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Great company. Onward and Upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon. And the party announcement, November 12th, everybody's invited. And the way that this is going to work is that people are going to sign up for the party, and we're going to randomly pick, because the facility holds, I think, about 175 people. And we're going to let everybody come in for free, and it's going to be awesome. Okay? So details about that are coming out this week. Onward and Upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.